so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you.
And listen to a loud voice that calls our attention at every given point. A meaningful, loud voice that shows us where to go, what to do, and what not to do. How are you paying attention to that voice? Please share this video as you join this broadcast. Share this video on your platform. Share to your WhatsApp group. Share it in any place you belong. Share so that people can join us on this very discussion. And if you want to make a contribution, you can click the link. I will bring you in. You make a contribution. But while you're coming in, keep your phone in a horizontal way and then click your rotation on. You can come in and then make your contribution. So as I was saying, at this particular point in time that we are now, it is a time that you must remain focused. It is a time that you have to remember every single instruction that has been given to us by our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan, more especially the issue of consistency. We must be consistent. The reason why our new Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazen Simon Ekpa, is making waves is because he is very, very consistent. Very, very consistent. He doesn't come out today and tell you something and tomorrow he tell you a different thing. Whatever he tells you, he stands on that thing until the end of it. Whatever he tells you, he will hold on it until the end of it. Whatever be the outcome, you will see it, everybody will see it. Not to tell me something in the morning, in the evening, you are saying a different thing, in the afternoon, you are saying a different thing. Just like the people in the past have been doing. Consistency is our key. That is why we are making progress and achieving a lot. So don't allow anyone to distract you. It has become very, very clear. It is no longer something of blackmail or maybe propaganda to say that we are not needed in that contraption. It is becoming clearer every day. Every given day, as soon as you wake up, you go to their conventional media, you go to social media, gather information, you will see they are still telling you that you are not wanted in that contraption. Every blessed day you wake up, they will keep on reminding you that you are not wanted in that contraption. That is why you must keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. You have seen, I have seen some of news that came out where they were releasing the members of the cabinet of the elected president. Tinubu has selected his cabinet, and in that cabinet, how many Biafrans did you see there? How many genuine Biafrans did you see there? How many Biafrans did you see there? No. And when you look at it, you see the same old people. That is why I pity those of them who are talking about one Nigeria. All those ones who are saying, oh, Nigeria is going to be better. Let's try this, let's try that. It is going to be better. Today is becoming very clearer in their eyes. It is becoming very clear. All those ones that were shouting one Nigeria. Oh, why do you want to stop election? Election is going to be the solution. Let's do election. Let's remove this and put this one. All this. We told them it will not be possible. Election cannot change the situation of the Zoological Republic. Conduct election 1 million times. It cannot change the situation. And they call us fools. They say we don't know what they're saying. Today, what is happening? What is happening today? Go and check the cabinet selected by Tinubu. The same old people. The same old criminal. Can you imagine that somebody like Buratai, somebody like Buratai will be still appointed by a government in that Zoological Republic? Can you imagine that somebody like Buratai, who committed different kinds of crime, who stole a whole lot of money, who has a lot of criminal cases on him, took the life of so many people, one of the sponsors of the Boko Haram today is part of Tinubu's cabinet. Proudly part of it. Are you now awake? For those of them who are shouting, a better Nigeria is coming, who are thinking that it's going to be better. What are you seeing? Members of the inner caucus, Rufai, with the number of deaths that is happening in southern Kaduna up to this moment, southern Kaduna is still bleeding. These are the people they are choosing in their new government. Akpabio, a criminal who is supposed to be in jail. Wike, a murderer and a criminal. These are the people that are lined up. And what do you expect? What were you expecting when you have a drug baron as a president? When they have accepted a drug baron as a president, accepted without any protest, and they are going to court. And the funniest is that some of them are still hoping that the court can be able to change their situation. That is how bad it is. When we say that the problem of the Zoological Republic is irredeemable, you wouldn't understand it until when you sit back and watch. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano saw all this long time ago, and he hands off them. He said enough is enough. He hands off. Our new Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile saw all this long time ago, and he saw there was no light there. He hands off. So many of us today who are in this struggle, we have seen a lot. A lot of elections have come and go. A lot of hope have been dashed. And at the end of the day, we have come to the conclusion. The only solution remains dissolution. The problem of the Zoological Republic is foundational. Nigeria problem is a foundational problem. Systemic problem. And the only way you can be able to solve that very problem is to end it all. Once you end it, everybody go their separate ways. You lay a new foundation, and they start building from the scratch. That is the only way to make a headway. There is no other way. There is no other magic you can perform. There is nothing you can do on the planet Earth to change it except ending it. And everybody go their separate ways and lay a new foundation. When we say it, they call us names. When we say it, they come after us. The same people who we are fighting for. Some of them, they think that we are just, it is just on behalf of Biafra. It is not just for the Biafran people alone. Every indigenous tribe is in captivity. Continue to deny it. Keep on denying it. You are denying it because you are afraid. You are denying it because you don't have a voice. You are denying it because of your own criminality. That is why you are denying it. But the fact is that every indigenous tribe is in captivity. And I bet you, most of those tribes are even losing people more than the Biafran people. Look at what is happening in Southern Kaduna on a daily basis, bleeding. Look at what is happening in Benue State. Again and again. And it's not stopping. Where again? The northern part of Nigeria, everywhere has been taken over by the Fulanese. But yet, some people will come out and begin to pretend, oh, one Nigeria, you need one Nigeria. You need one Nigeria. Today, they are returning back the same people that put you into this problem that you are in today. Buratai of all people. Buratai of all people, former chief of army staff that followed and sponsored Boko Haram. Who many military men lost their life in his hand, in his regime. Took many innocent lives. Took the life of Shia people without any remorse. Stole money and bought properties in Abuja, in Dubai. And finally, nothing was done to him. Today, he is returning back to be in the government. And before you know it, one day he will become your president. By then, we are gone already. One day, he will be. One day, you wake up and you see Buratai contesting as a president. Not only contesting, he will win and become a president. But Biafrans, we are living this year. We can't be a part of this. Every other indigenous tribe who decide to embrace what is happening can embrace it. That's their business. Biafrans already opened the door for freedom. The Biafrans have already laid the foundation for freedom, opened the gate wide for anybody who cares to key in and save his own people. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter your religion. If you sincerely want freedom, all you have to do is to key in into what the Biafrans are doing. Talk to your own people. Organize your own people and try how to save your own people. As for Nigeria, it has ended. Just look at that cabinet, the cabinet that Tinubu is selected. The same old people who have put you in this situation. And when you see them, they'll be shouting and saying, youth, youth, youth. All the people that have made so much noise about youth, where are they today? They made so much noise about change, where are they today? When we are telling them, stop deceiving yourself in your obedient movement, it is heading nowhere. They thought it was a joke. That is heading nowhere. Obedient movement was just a scam, a distraction, even a major distraction to the youths. They use it to distract the youth and also use it to drag the Biafran people into the election. When they saw the weight we are pulling. But for us Biafrans, we are not going back. We know whom we are. We know where we are coming from. And we know where we are going. That's why we're not distracted. But for those youths who are still pretending, those who are still pretending, oh, Nigeria is going to be better. What Nigeria? I asked them, after looking at the cabinet that this man is selecting today, ask yourself, what will be your fate? What is your fate? You that call yourself a youth. You that call yourself one Nigerianist. When you go and look at the cabinet that Tinubu is selecting, what is your fate? Are you still talking about one Nigeria? Are you still having hope of a better future? Are you still having hope of a responsible government? That is how bad it is. You see the difference between us and those people. The difference between us, the agitators. Between us, the Biafran people, and other human rights activists. We know the solution to the problem. We have the solution, and we are pursuing that solution consistently without any distraction. But for those that call themselves human rights activists from East, Western, North, and South, every one of them are deceivers. They know that it's a problem, but they don't have the balls to face that problem and end it. That is the difference. They know there's a problem. Some of them identify the problem, but yet they have no solution. That is why every year they advise you to go into election. Anybody that comes out, they pick up one person and tell you to vote for. Even when they know that the election cannot change anything. Even when they know that the problem is foundational. Even when they know that it's a systemic problem. And when you talk about solving the main problem, they will never buy into it. The only thing they will come out and tell you that you're being too extreme. Either they call you being too extreme, or they say you are using a strong language. They will begin to advise you to be civil. But for we, the Biafran people, under our Supreme Damazen Nandekan, we know what we want. And we continue to chase what we want consistently, regardless the propaganda, blackmail, and their distractions. We are not distracted. Today they kidnap our Supreme Damazen Nandekan. When they kidnap him, they thought that is the end of it all. The people that advised them was wrong. The British advised them and told them, take Mazen Nandekan out. Once you take him out, the Biafra struggle will end. And that was when they made their greatest mistake. When they took Mazen Nandekan out and kidnapped him, the Biafra movement went to the highest peak. Today I can tell you that the Biafran restoration is on the highest peak. On the highest peak. And in this year, by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiama, it will all end. We will go home, whether they like it or not. Whoever have advised them on kidnapping Mazen Nandekan will be regretting wherever he or she is. They will be regretting the kidnapping of Mazen Nandekan. They will. And that is why it is very important that every single one of us as Biafran to continue to pay attention to Mazi Simon Ekpa and listen to him. Mazi Simon Ekpa made that statement from the beginning. I said that it is our responsibility to make sure that the kidnap of Mazen Nandekan remains useless in the hand of the zoo. They wanted to use it to hurt the struggle. They wanted to use it to end Biafra. But we're going to make it useless in their hand. And I thank Chukwu Kabiama that Biafrans have succeeded in doing that. And today, they will be regretting the kidnapping of Mazen Nandekan. Today, they know that it is even cheaper for them to have live Mazen Nanikan outside than to leave him inside. The kidnapping of Mazen Nanikan have become so expensive in their hand. And we will continue to make it more expensive to the extent that they can no longer handle it. We will continue to make the kidnapping of Mazen Nanikan more expensive in their hands. That is where you have to come in. Every one of us. That is where every one of us have to play a role. Don't listen to any propaganda or blackmail from any man or woman. Be focused on the direction that we are going. No matter what you hear, right, left, and center, no matter the propaganda, the blackmail you hear, be focused. Focus on your direction. Focus on the goal. Continue to look on the ball. Freedom is the ball. There's nothing. We are not asking for anything apart from freedom. That is all we want. To be free. To be free, to be able to decide our own fate. Everything that has to be done is being done by our Prime Minister to make sure that we end a referendum. Let the United Nations conduct a referendum. Letters have been written to all world powers and all the governments of the world that matters. The Security Council have been informed. The earlier they wake up and give us a referendum, the better for them. But if they refuse, whatever happens, they will be held responsible. If they refuse to conduct a referendum for the Biafran people to leave, for Biafran people to exit the zoo, whatever happens going forward, they will be held responsible. And I thank Chukwu that our new Prime Minister of the government in Exile is putting everything in place, putting the whole world in notice, on writing, in words, and video, audio, letters, everything is being sent out to let them know that it's no longer business as usual. Today, Biafra is speaking as a government, not a group, not just an organization. It's a government. Biafra Republic Government in Exile. With a whole cabinet. Every office you can think of is occupied. And people are working tirelessly day and night to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality. And you that you are a Biafran, you must prepare yourself also. Every one of us must prepare ourselves. You must get prepared. Don't fold your hands and pretend you don't know what is going on. Don't fold your hands and pretend it doesn't concern you. It concerns you. It's for you and your generation. Every single one of us is concerned. That is why we have to sit up and begin to play our own role. There is something you can do. There is something I can do. One of the most important things that every one of us must do is to listen to our Prime Minister. That is number one thing that every Biafran must do. Listen to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is the only man standing today speaking for the Biafran people. No other person. There is no other voice anywhere that is the voice of Biafra, except the voice of our Prime Minister. That is the only voice that Biafra has today. So you must listen to him. Don't get distracted. Do not pay attention to idiots. Do not pay attention to distractors, people that has nothing to offer. Today, I can bet you that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile is tested and trusted. It takes a genuine and strong man to overcome what he has overcome. From the day Mazen Nanikan was kidnapped up to today. From the day Mazen Nanikan was kidnapped up to this time that we are in. It takes a faithful, strong, and genuine man to survive what our Prime Minister has survived. Tested and trusted. That is why you must listen to him. You must listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa. He has the message. Today he has the mantle to lead us. You can agree. You cannot agree. You can spite him because of your jealousy. And I tell you, you must not love him for him to be the Prime Minister. You must not love him for him to lead. You must not love him. You can have your personal grudges for him, can have your hatred for him, but that does not change the fact that he is qualified for what he's doing. For the post he's handling, he's very more than qualified, and he has merited it. He has merited it. The only thing that you and I are going to be doing is to support him. Support him the best way you can. Support him prayerfully. Support him with your advice. Support him by supporting the organization fully. Support him by supporting the ESN in different kinds of ways. Financial support, moral support. Continue to do that. You are doing it for yourself. If you do good, you do yourself. If you do bad, you do yourself. That is the absolute truth. So whatever you are doing in this struggle today, you are doing it for yourself. The brokers I'm making today, I'm making it for myself and my future. It is going to speak for me when the time comes. Every single broker I have made will speak for me. Likewise you. Every action that you did will speak for you. Those videos you are sharing will speak for you. As you come to the platform where the gospel of Biafra is being preached and you share the video, as you listen to Master Simon Epa, as you evangelize and talk to people, it will speak for you. Every actions will speak for every one of us. We must have to pay attention. More especially in this month that we are entering. This month you're going to enter it. A lot of sit at home is being lined up. Civil disobedient are lined up. Starting from 4 days, we have the sit at home. The one we're going to hold against the coming of Buhari to visit Biafra land on the 15th. It will continue to be announced. As soon as it's confirmed, it will be announced. But begin to prepare yourself. The 4 days to demand for the unconditional judgment in Nandeka, prepare yourself for it. And the 2 weeks that we follow up if Mazin Nandeka is not released, prepare yourself. We are getting into the real stage. We are getting into the real stage. Don't allow anybody to distract you or begin to tell you otherwise. This battle is ours, and we will fight it to the last. It is our battle. It is not for anybody. It is for you. It is for me. It is our fight. We have to fight it and win it. How are we going to win it? We are going to win it by participating in our own area. Whichever area you know you can participate, please don't wait for somebody to beg you. Take the Biafran struggle as your business. Yes, it is your business. Just as it is my business. The Biafran struggle is the business of every Biafran. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, the present south, south, and the southeast, you can pretend for all I care. It is your business. If you refuse to fight, a time will